Good morning. Thank you, Tim. Thanks for joining us this morning on a Friday TGIF. I'm Alix Kendall, in early with Kelly.
Good to see you here. Yeah, I'm Kelly O'Connell. It is Friday, March 11th, bright and early here on this Friday because we're excited about what's ahead. We know, Keith, it's going to be just a spectacular
morning and happening today. The head of the TSA is coming to our airport looking for solutions to the long lines at the new security checkpoint.
It is 4:34 right now. A much more civil debate at last night's Republican showdown in Miami.
This time, the contenders were on their best behavior, even when they were disagreeing.
A Blaine Elementary School teacher appears in court charged with molesting a girl in his classroom. And this isn't the first time he's been accused.
Well, this weekend will certainly feel like spring. We also need to remember to spring forward.
Oh, that.
It's always hard to lose an hour, though.
Oh, I know. Well, but, you know, at the same time, we gain spring.
That's a positive way to look at it, Alex.
We'll
I like
gain
that.
spring, and we'll be able to watch the snowflake.
No.
No.
Yes.
It's going to be nice this weekend.
No, this weekend, yes.
Yeah.
Next week, I'm talking about.
Okay, let's just focus on this
Seriously?
week.
Yes.
Let's just focus on this weekend for now, can we?
We've got ourselves just today that we're going to focus.
Live it up, because it's changing. All right, coming up next, a concert to remember. Sir Elton John and some of the Minnesota Twins apparently rock out in Florida together.
That's right. Plus,
Mornings. We'll be right back on this Friday. Minutes.
oh, go outside and enjoy it this weekend because you're going to learn things are changing next week.
Yes, they are.
It's 4:45 right now. Let's take a look at your day starter. A look at,
Yikes.
That's not good.
4:46 right now. The wins have piled up for Red Lake basketball team, and now they are playing for much more than just a state title.
It's at 4:47 now. An unlikely spy duo arrives in theaters today.
Hall of Fame rocker spending some time with a few Minnesota Twins. It's like
Because I was thinking there has to be some
Right.
connection. Now it
I
makes
guess
sense.
he's more, enthralled with the players, whereas a lot of people would just be like, oh my gosh, Elton John.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Sometimes it's good to have an in.
I'd say so for sure. Keith Marler, happy Friday. Yeah, welcome back here on this Friday. Hey, did you know there's a new champion this morning in the world of cheese?
The World Cheese Championship.
A lot of dedication for some cheese.
I'm the big cheese.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
It's fitting that it's from Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I mean,
it should be,
yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a look at
This morning. Anybody up with us, Alex? I know it's early.
we have Alisa, and she says, good morning, everyone. I'm already doing the happy dance. And she's got that Friday feeling this morning.
She does. Judy just left for work. She says there's frost on her car. What's up with that? Don't worry, Judy. Yes, it's a little chilly this morning, but it's going to be just delightful later today. We'll hear from you later on today as well.
Well, coming up at 5, new at 5, a Minnesota Supreme Court justice is leaving the bench. We've got details on that.
Plus, the Friday fun for sure.
Good morning. Welcome to the Fox 9 Morning News. I'm Alix Kendall. In early.
Good to have you. Happy to see you early. I'm Kelly O'Connell. It is Friday, March 11th. Keith Marler is here as well. Happy to see you too, Keith. It's Friday. It's going to be nice.
It is. And we
It
got
just
such
makes
a
it so much easier.
Beautiful next couple of days. I mean, we got some rain on Sunday.
Okay.
But it's still going to be mild on Sunday. But, man, we are talking about near record warmth today and close to record warmth for tomorrow.
Happening today, the head of the TSA is here in town looking for solutions to the long lines at the new security checkpoints.
Well, it was a much more civil debate at last night's Republican showdown in Miami.
This time the contenders were on their best behavior for the most part, even when they disagreed. Well, our friend Ruru, the Wonder Dog, is inspiring a group of local kids to help other rescue dogs. How can you not love Ruru?
She'll get outside this weekend for sure.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it's just going to be so nice. Now, granted, it's not going to be the 70 that we had back on whatever day that was that Tuesday, I guess it was at this point. But at the same token, Tuesday was a work day. It was a school day. Today,
Fox 9 Morning News, how much would you pay to see the new movie, maybe let's say Batman vs. Superman at home? You wouldn't have to go to the theater? Well, a new company is trying to make that happen. Tom Butler has the details next in Business News. Drive.
Well, looky who's here, Mr. Tom Butler.
Hello.
He's here with some business headlines. What do you got?
Well, we're going to start with unemployment for Minnesota. We look back another. And if you think about it, though, there are some people who maybe have a hard time getting to the theater, maybe have mobility issues or that type of thing, or they just don't like crowds. I don't like crowds.
Well, sure.
So it's a way to do it at home.
It's $50 per movie plus the additional what? You said
You pay the
150?
initial $150 for the box that goes on top, or that you can access all this stuff, and then $50 per movie. So if you had some friends over.
I was just going to say, if you got a lot of people,
augment the prices.
It'd be cheaper than going to the theater.
And again, if you have mobility issues, can't get to the theater, maybe it would be good for those folks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right,
or those of us who just like to be at home sometimes.
A little couch
spend Friday
surfing.
night at home.
And the popcorn's just right.
I like that too.
And other things. Maybe pop on a brewski.
Oh, there you go.
Popcorn and pop on a brewski. That's what we're doing Friday night. All right, Tom, thank you. Hey, it is. Oh,
here.
That's like Michael Jordan style.
That is.
He's got some air on that.
He does have some air. Big air. All right, what about air here? Is it going to be warm air? Is it going to be cool air? Keith Marler is.
All right, moving on. If we don't talk about it too long, it won't happen. Another thrilling night at the Boys State Basketball Tournament. We have highlights from Target Center coming up next in sports.
Plus, the Wild are fighting.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Friday. I'm Kelly O'Connell.
And I'm Alix Kendall. How's your morning going?
Not bad. Shane
Everybody's
Wells is here.
Friday.
Keith Marler's here. It's Friday. We're very happy it's Friday. And even better, Keith, because it's so nice out. Or it's going to be nice out.
Yeah, well, it's chilly. It's still nice.
Yeah.
It's just a little cool outside this morning. Well, chilly outside this morning.
Shane, we won't forget about
Never. Never.
Well, those who were clamoring for a kinder, gentler Republican debate, well, they got what they wanted, their wish. No elbows, no insults, just, polite debate on the issues.
Yeah, for sure. But while the tone was pretty low-key, the stakes are much higher, especially for Marco Rubio. Garrett Denny is live in next week.
Big
Those are
contest
big ones. Time right now, 5:34 back here at home and happening today. The head of the TSA is coming to our airport looking for the solutions to the long lines at the new security checkpoint.
Wait times to get well, but wow, what a gift from a teacher.
No kidding.
It gives so much to begin with. And
that bond will be with those two forever.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this weekend will certainly feel like spring, and we also need to remember that we have to spring forward as far as our clocks go.
Right, here's your heads up. Your
cell phones have ruined that for me.
That's true.
They change on their own, and then the rest, I just let them go. That's how late, I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
I'm such a millennial.
The cell phones do make it easy because you just look at the phone and say, okay, what time is it? And hopefully they change.
Otherwise,
otherwise then you're really in trouble.
Sometimes you forget that you will lose an hour of sleep this weekend.
I always get messed up in the car.
Yeah,
I forget to change the car. And I'm like, it's usually on Monday into work. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm an hour late.
And you're like, oh, wait a minute. No, I'm good.
I'm good. It's
okay,
all good.
okay.
Happy Friday, Miss Shane.
Yeah, thank you. It's going to be a good start today, too, if you're getting ready to hit the road this morning.
It is at 5:41 now. Business is booming in the Twin Cities for a Chicago-based restaurant chain serving up Middle Eastern favorites. We'll talk about the expansion of Naf Naf Grill after the break.
Plus, how'd you...
I am very excited.
Okay, it's called Naf Naf Grill, and it's based out of Chicago, but they are not wasting any time setting up shop here in Minnesota, are they?
They opened in Chicago about this restaurant right now.
Wow. And not bad, the guys haven't been here that long, 18 months, so they've really expanded quickly. So how have the restaurants been doing, I suppose, since those lines are long? That's a good indicator, but explain a little bit more about the menu, the food that they specialize in.
It's kind of like there, and I tried it last week, and honestly, I think it's going to be the next.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks,
We'll
Alex.
be talking burger battles next hour.
More
We're staying on
food.
the food theme. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks for joining us. And we'll
Tweet out. Alex, what do you have for us this morning?
This is great for people who have the WhatsApp on their phone. There are some new features now. But, all really good news for people who've, they've seen the glitches and they haven't been able to share photos. And so now you can do it through, like, Google Drive and a few other areas. And so they're just making it a lot more user-friendly.
Cool.
And it's the kind of thing that people want to do when they're communicating with people abroad.
For sure. All right, this next one, we talk about Disney, of course, all the time. First main attraction, which makes sense when you're talking about Nintendo. That's what people think of.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi. So it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, all right. It's 5:49. We've been talking this morning about the Tom Gets a Bone.
Do it again.
I thought you were saying it to me.
People didn't see it.
No, that's all right.
Shake.
I think they saw it.
Shake. Well, you got to
It's taken years, and he's got that shake down.
You've been training him over there.
I know. And, oh, by the way, he is potty trained now, too.
It took a while, but we got there. Hey, if you have a cute photo just like that one, you can post it on our Fox 9 Facebook page, and you might just see it here on the air. Mr. Tom Butler,
Yes.
potty trained and all, is back here, giving us a look ahead at what's coming up at 6.
Here's what we have.
Much later, but it's good people have warning. It's time to start stretching now.
I like to give them advance warning.
Or
All right.
cover your eyes, because it doesn't get pretty all the time. Tom, thank
We're
you.
going to bring the crazy today. I can feel it. Stay with us and improve upon that because something needs to happen.
Yeah.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us here on Fox 9. I'm Alix Kendall.
I'm Tom Butler. Happy Friday to you. We'll catch you up on the news now at 6:01.
Well, it was supposed to be a solution to streamline security at one of the largest airports in the nation, but it has created a bigger problem.
Happening today, the head of the TSA is coming to our airport looking for solutions to those long lines at the new security checkpoints. Kelly O'Connell joins us with more on what's expected today and what it means for travelers, too.
Really, because that's what people want to know. Is this
A bill to help laid-off Iron Range workers is moving forward at the Capitol, but still it's not a done deal.
The Senate passed 26.
Oh, it was a much more civil debate at last night's Republican showdown in Miami.
This time, the contenders were on their best behavior, even when they disagreed. Just about 6:08 on this Friday. We hope for a smooth commute, of course, every day, but on Friday.
All right, thank you, Keith. Would you pay $50 to see a blockbuster movie in your own home the same day that it hits theaters? We've got more on this idea on one legendary tech entrepreneur and the idea that he's pitching.
Plus, get out and vote.
Well, good morning and TGIF to you. Welcome to Fox 9 in the morning. I'm Alix Kendall.
I'm Tom Butler. Thanks for waking up with us in TGIF. Time now is 6:31. Those who were clamoring for a kinder, gentler Republican debate got their wish. No elbows, no insults, just a polite debate on the actual issues.
But while the tone was pretty low-key, the stakes were much higher, especially for Marco Rubio, who may be making one last stand when Florida votes next week. Fox's Garrett Tenney has more now from Washington.
And that was Garrett Tenney reporting. Time now is 6:33. A new study based upon IRS data shows Minnesotans who move away from the state are moving to other states with lower taxes.
The Center for it is 6:36 right now. Shane Wells is looking at traffic, which is typically lighter. Thanks, Keith. Coming up, a concert to remember Sir Elton John and some of the Minnesota Twins rock out in Florida.
More on that. Plus a
6:45 right now. He has painted portraits of presidents from Ford to both Bushes, as well as British prime ministers.
And now a world-renowned artist from Minnesota is setting his sights on painting the Pope. Fox 9's Maury Glover has the story.
Oh, that artist is a gifted
Wow.
painter.
Yeah, that is a gift. That is for sure. Fox 9's Maury Glover reporting. It's terrific. Well, Keith and I know this well about teachers. We're married to teachers. Teachers give back to their students every day in the classroom, but one in Wisconsin is going above and beyond.
Teacher Joe said earlier this morning, they'll be linked for life.
Yeah. Wow. What a story.
What a gift.
What a gift. A couple of great gifts there. We're getting a gift in the weather department as well with sunshine and 60s going into the weekend.
Thank you, Shane. An unlikely spy duo arrives in theaters today.
It is 6:53. Some members of the Minnesota Twins got to hang out with one of the greatest musicians of all time.
Listen to this.
Now we'll recap some of the big stories we're following on this Friday.
The head of, check that out.
Right. There's Sir Elton John when we knew him as just Elton John. Stay right there. The Fox 9 Morning News is coming right back on this Friday. We'll see you for the 7 o'clock hour in just a couple minutes.
Thanks for waking up with us here at Fox 9. I'm Alix Kendall.
I'm Tom Butler. Great to have you along on this TGIF Friday. The time now, just about 7 o'clock.
It was supposed to be a solution to streamline security at the largest airport in the nation, but it is creating a bigger problem.
Happening today, the head of the TSA is coming to MSP International looking for solutions to those long lines at the new security checkpoints. It was supposed to be the opposite. Hasn't turned out that way. Kelly O'Connell joins us with more on the visit and what this means for travelers, especially those of us getting ready for spring break.
Yeah, a lot of people are watching this.
Well, that's a good idea. 7:06 now. One much more civil debate at last night's Republican showdown in Miami.
At this time, the contenders were on their best behavior, and they even agreed to disagree. We are getting ready for 60s and sunshine, and then also this is the weekend where we spring forward.
That's right. And don't forget to do that with your clocks, and then also check the batteries in your smoke alarms.
Right. Good idea to do that. And we're looking for, I know we all are, a little giddy. Thinking about 60s and sunshine and gaining that hour of daylight.
Yep. Right.
Right. Even last year was a nice St. Patrick's Day.
7:10 now. A popular pharmacy chain is launching a new effort to help young people to stop smoking. Coming up more on the Be the First campaign at CVS.
Plus, a new service is being...
So, another group of people that would like that.
Yeah.
7:17 now. California lawmakers vote to raise the smoking age from 18 to 21. Only it's 7:18 right now. It is a Friday. We got a Friday feeling going around here, and it also makes it just like the icing on the cake with the great warm temperatures and very spring-like forecasts. Keith is here right now.
On this Friday. Thanks for waking up with Fox 9. I'm Tom Butler.
And I'm Alix Kendall, TGIF to you. It is 7:31. If you tuned in last night, those thinking that we'd have a kinder, gentler Republican debate, well, they got their wish. No elbows, not too many insults, just a polite debate on the issues.
But while the tone was low-key, the stakes are much higher, especially for Marco Rubio, who may be making one last stand with Florida voters next week. Garrett Tenney.
Keeping on with politics now, the U.S. Senate has passed a bipartisan bill to combat painkiller abuse and heroin addiction in the U.S.
The bill would... Time now, 7:35. Your mom may have said a time or two or several dozen times, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all.
This is a good message and one that local teens are taking to social media. Plus, it's starting to catch on, and you can see why. Fox 9's Kelsey Carlson has the story.
Yeah, I like the idea of that, certainly. Kelsey Carlson reporting.
Good message to pass along. It is 7:37 now. Some members of the Minnesota Twins, they got to hang out with one of the greatest musicians of all time.
Look at this picture. Brian Ruru, the Wonder Dog, is inspiring a group of local kids to help other rescue dogs.
Students at...
Very mobile now. 7:38. Hopefully we're nice and moving along smoothly and mobile on the roads this morning.
Okay. Just can't get around it, can we?
No.
Well, the U.S. finally wins the World Cheese Championship. And as you might expect, a Wisconsin company earned the title. More on their special recipe straight ahead and how long it took to make.
Very good. And we're glad you are on this Friday. Well, the wins have piled up for the Red Lake basketball team, but it started with a big loss off the court.
And now the team is playing the state tournament. Fox 9's Hobie Artigue has more on why these kids are playing for more than just a state title.
Great story there.
Yeah,
winning for Aaron like that.
7:47 now. Teachers, we know, give back to their students every day in the classroom, but one in Wisconsin is going above and beyond.
I'd say.
Well, this weekend will certainly feel like spring here in the metro, and we also need to remember, of course, to spring forward.
That's right. Daylight.
All right, Keith Marler, it is better than we see. Is that sunshine?
Okay.
Are we done with that?
Yeah, wrap. Nice to have you along on this Friday. Hope you're having a good start to your day. Thanks for waking up with Fox 9. I'm Tom Butler.
And I'm Alix Kendall. Let's talk about that sunshine, the beautiful weather that we can expect for this weekend. Morning, Keith.
8 o'clock now. It was supposed to be a solution to streamline security at one of the largest airports in the nation, but it, as we know, created bigger problems.
Happening today, the head of the TSA is coming to our airport looking for solutions to some very long lines at the new security checkpoints. Kelly O'Connell joins us now with what's expected and, more importantly, what it means for travelers, especially those who are planning on going on spring break soon.
Yeah, I know this is very intriguing to you, Alex, because I know you're leaving soon. Yeah, a lot of...
A bill to help laid off Iron Range workers is moving forward at the state capitol, but still not a done. Time now is 8:05. We'll look at some of the other stories happening around the country this morning. This weekend we're heading into will certainly feel like spring, and we also need to remember to spring forward with our clocks.
Monoxide alarms. Good reminder.
That'll be nice. And Keith was saying the sun will go down about 7:15,
Yeah.
or at least we'll have daylight until then. Let's talk about what's going on the roads right now.
It is 8:11 right now. We saw kind of a softer tone coming out of the Republican debate last night.
Much more so. Time now is 8:30. A national restaurant chain is apologizing after an offensive picture is displayed at one of its Minnesota locations. Time now is 8:31. A new study based upon IRS data shows Minnesotans who move away from our state are moving to other states that have lower taxes. Some people like to stay home, be with the family, and not fight lines at the theater, or maybe you've got mobility issues, whatever it might be. So.
Or new mothers, we mentioned that too. They don't get out to the movie theaters very often, so I think a lot of people will be interested in this. We'll keep on this story.
Yes, we will.
I'm curious about that one. 8:36 now. Some members of the Minnesota Twins, they got a chance to hang out with one of the greatest musicians of all.
Locker room.
Hanging out with Sir
Elton John. No big whoop.
That's great. Great picture, too. Well, still to come, Be the First, a new take on an ongoing battle to help kick a very bad habit.
Also, a sure sign of spring is happening right now.
The famous cherry blossom trees will soon be blooming in our nation's capital.
So we missed it, but I've enjoyed watching them on TV over the years.
I saw them like probably, well, Caitlin wasn't born yet,
Yeah.
but it was really beautiful. Just like our weather these days, I mean, even if we don't have...
Get up and dance. It's a Friday dance-off. Rhythm is a dancer.
It's a source companion. You can feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices. It's a passion. Oh, you can feel it, yeah. It's a passion. You can feel it everywhere. It's a passion. Oh, you can feel it, yeah.
Good morning and welcome to the Fox 9 Buzz on this Friday. I'm Alix Kendall.
I'm Kelly O'Connell.
Happy Friday. Keith Marler on beautiful day today. I mean, it's nice when you're ramping up into great above average style weather that everyone's kind of just itching for. You know, we teased out, we got our 70 back on Tuesday. We were in the 60s on Sunday and Monday.
Teased.
Details on that and an early preview of your St. Patrick's Day forecast. Don't get excited. That's coming up at the end of the show.
We'll just get excited about this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Just let's live in the now.
Good
Yes.
reason to. Well, the head of the TSA is at our airport looking for solutions to the long lines at the new security checkpoints. Wait times had the story several weeks back. The local airport folks were saying part of it is the funding isn't there. And
But the things, this walk, moving, don't do that.
It's interesting that you brought that up because I was at a press conference yesterday and he said part of the reason he heard from the TSA for the backlog is that the dogs were
Surrounding
configuration
patterns
of the
and
patterns. And so he had been told from the TSA that that's going to take a little bit. The dogs are
especially,
spot that out.
now knowing that happened in, where was it again?
It was in Orlando, and it was a
Orlando.
marked difference from
We'll see what happens today. Cool stuff there. Interesting. All right, there's no denying that what can we do to better improve the environment? What would you like to see from us? And one employee said,
just, it's good to have a company behind you. Maybe other companies, Starbucks oftentimes is a leader when it comes to employee relations, and perhaps other companies will jump on board. We'll see.
Maybe they'll give us the day off to go vote. I'll need the whole day.
I need the whole day.
The whole day.
I need to think about it for several hours. You need to really mull it
I'll need
over.
the day before to think.
Well, you need to you need to do your background.
We're establishing now holidays,
I think
national
so.
holidays.
And usually election day is on my birthday or the day before.
very
So
good.
this could
Really?
work.
Half day then, the following day, so that you can
If the
stay up.
results
Sure.
don't come in
And
until
participate.
late.
Stretch it
Government
into a
election.
3-day weekend.
I
Bravo.
concur.
The most talked about movies of the summer. His own separate thing, because before, and so there were these movies that just had Spider-Man. in
Separate,
his
yeah.
people. But this whole entire thing here, Fox has the storyline from a few years ago.
okay.
That the move makes sense. It's not evil versus good. It's just one thinking. It's
Superheroes
think of it
thinking
as
together.
A political debate. Instead of a debate where you stand behind a kiosk, you stand there for a while, and then you beat each other.
With
That
super
would be-
powers.
All right.
yeah, that would be.
I see it in a whole different light now.
Exactly. It's not good versus bad. It's one way of doing good versus.
Yeah, how do you have a good and a bad? Okay.
There it is.
Interesting. All right, 9:09 right now. The president hosted a state dinner at the White House yesterday, welcoming the song titled "Sorry."
Actually, it was sorry.
Sorry.
It's fun to see the two of them clearly, as you said, they got a bromance going, or at least that. But anyway, what was really nice to see was the president, he got very emotional at this dinner because he thought about the fact that I believe he has a couple of young children.
Yeah, he has three young
children, and he was talking about his girls being so young and how they've essentially grown up in the White House. And Malia is going off to college this year, and he got really emotional. And it's just we'll see what happens between the two of them. But they've also come together with the environment regarding a pact there, and we'll see what happens after the president leaves office and what he does with the Canadian Prime Minister.
He also said, hopefully my gray hair doesn't come in as fast as yours did, Mr. Obama. He said, hopefully it takes a little bit longer for me.
Well, leader of Canada, there's beer involved, and there's not a lot of.
Not as much stress.
There's not as
maybe.
You
much-
got
I
your
would
beer, you got your hockey. They're not doing so
There
well
are
with the
bears,
hockey.
you are
Poutine?
correct.
They have
There's
their poutine.
Well, that helps combat against the gray hair, I think, too. It is 9/11 this morning. Coming up, a cult classic from the 80s is making a big comeback. Just be careful you don't say his name 3 times.
And then there were It is just about 9:15 on a Friday, TGIF. Woo. Let's talk about last night's is coming down to the wire, and we only have 5 episodes left.
Wow, 2 more American Idol contestants were sent packing last night. Halfway through the show, last season's champ actually returned to the stage performing his new song. Let's take a listen. Our American Idol coverage doesn't end there. Still to come here, Avalon Young and Lee Jean, the 2 contestants who were sent home packing. They're going to join us actually live from Los Angeles in just a little bit, talk about, what's next for them.
Right. And Sasha Baron Cohen. Oh, we're feeling the Friday thing. We hope you are at home, too.
Oh,
it's all good. Oh, yeah. All right. Is it time for, oh, sorry. Who's got the lightning round button? We need to find that. I don't know what happened to it.
A happy picture.
Yeah. Not bad. It's nice to share it with you at home. All right. What is next for the American Idol contestants who didn't advance last night? We'll check in with Avalon Young in Los Angeles. Morning after saying goodbye on last night's episode. Good morning, Avalon. How are you?
Good morning, beloved.
I gathered here today.
Get through
Join
this
us at
thing
the
called
altar.
Friday.
We can do it. Have you ever wanted to own something from a star? Well, there's a reason we were playing that right there. Here's your $100 worth of Prince's belongings. They're up for sale. Some 100 classic items are up for auction online by Prince's first wife and his original manager. She's got the auction. His old wife had a bunch of stuff that she was going to throw out on the lawn.
But, when you, and that was the really sad story. Their baby died, and I believe it was 2. This was the mother of his child, Mayte. But really, she's kind of dropped off. Nobody's heard much from her. But now we know she's got some stuff
She's got some
that
goods.
she's putting out there for sale.
She's ditching it.
She wants it out of her life.
I guess so.
Well, he has painted portraits of presidents from Ford to both Bushes as well as British prime ministers.
Now, a world-renowned artist from right here in Minnesota is setting his sights on painting the Pope.
Yeah, Fox 9's Maury Glover has the story.
Really beautiful work. Yeah. A gifted painter. It's 9:46 now. Teachers give back to their students every day in the classroom, but one in Wisconsin is going above and beyond.
Yeah, big time. Teacher Jody Schmidt will be. I'd help
We'll
you guys
take it.
out if you needed. I don't know about a kidney, but I'd help you out. Just saying.
I wouldn't. No.
9:52. Alex says nope. The Jason Show is coming up next year on Fox 9. Yeah, thanks for watching The Buzz, everybody.
The Jason Show is coming up next.